All right, so it is 10:05. I'm still sitting here at the dialysis clinic. Why would you still sit there? Because I left the house without having any of my coffee, and that's just not right. Now I feel better. By the way, that I did take a big gulp. I don't drink my coffee super hot on purpose. I always, even though I use this big container, shout out to Run More, and I never leave it empty before I make more coffee the next day. I leave it about a little less than half full, and if I do drink it all, I pour some of the leftovers in there anyway, so that I never have it empty when I pour fresh hot in, so that it's always the temperature I like, and I know how much sweetener to put in. My father always says, real men drink their coffee black. Well, that's fine. Then I guess I'm not a real man. Well, it is technically black, but I'm not drinking it without some sweetener in it. I'm just not going to. That's probably the best thing I did too when it comes to drinking my mushroom coffee. It's still horrible and tastes so bad, but I continue to drink it because I do feel like it's been beneficial for me. But it certainly got a whole lot easier to drink when I started putting a little sweetener in there, because there is coffee in it too. I didn't even realize that. I was looking at the ingredients again the other day. I was like, oh yeah, there really is coffee in this. It's not a strong coffee flavor, I don't think. It's just it's a rotten garbage taste, I think, is what they're getting out of it. So yeah. Anyway, today is a quick grocery store trip, and then another even shorter, quicker grocery store trip, and I think that's it. I think that's all I got to do today. I probably should stop at the bank, but I also probably shouldn't do that on a Monday. I feel like when I go on a Monday or Friday, I'm getting employees that would rather not be there. Not that they wouldn't not want to be there on a Wednesday, but Wednesday's probably a better day to go by there. And hey doggo. And yeah, so I feel like maybe Wednesday I know I'll have the time. Let's just hope that I can remember to go to the bank on Wednesday. I have asked them that's a weird. I've asked them every year for the last at least 3 years, when it's time for me to do the VA fiduciary paperwork, I ask, will you please mail me a statement for this account every month? Oh, well, we can do that. And then I get one, sometimes two, and then they stop. It's almost like they automatically want you on paperless. Even if you don't want paperless, they're going to force it on you. And at that point, I have to print it off myself, which doesn't sound like a real bad thing. Except I'm not getting paid to do this, and it's costing me paper and ink and time. It can't cost them what it costs me. Please do this for me. Just send me a freaking statement every month. It's bad enough that I also have to have copies of the checks, so I end up having to print that off too. Now I understand they want to charge me for that. I kind of get it. They charge me more than they should, to be honest. I almost feel like they shouldn't charge me for that, but I do feel like, okay, a quarter or whatever. And it's more like $2.50 or something stupid that they charge because I want them to send me a copy of the checks. Keeping in mind, there aren't that many checks. if I write 3 checks in a month, that's a lot. I really don't. I mean, I write a check for the trash, and that's quarterly. I write a check reimbursing for groceries and stuff that Sarah gets for the house, and that's generally monthly. And then incidental stuff, like if we have work done around the house or something like that, I'll usually write a check. But there aren't that many damn checks. They could just send me a copy of the checks too. That would be really nice of them. And you start to think, what exactly is customer service anyway? Because there is none at the bank if you don't do those kind of things. Right? What are they doing customer service wise for me? Everything else is computerized. They're sticking my money in there and letting it do whatever it does. And they don't have to do any damn thing. They don't give me any customer service. Now, I use the ATM to get money out. It's so rare that I actually interact with a customer service person, a teller, whatever you call them at the bank. I don't know. It's frustrating. Now, there have been times where they have been helpful when I've needed that. They've been able to provide. Unless I'm asking for copies of things, then they apparently can only do it for so long. Anyway, all of that came from, I'm not going to the bank today. I'll go Wednesday. The VA has been slow to get on me about doing that paperwork. I'm assuming they are understanding the fact that we didn't have power for 10 days and things were a little disheveled for a while, and it will in fact not kill them if I don't do this thing right away. There's been times where I haven't even done it till after the first of the year. So if I get it sometime in October, maybe even November, they'll survive. If I haven't stolen all my father's money by now, which there's not that much, I'm not going to do it, ever. And I've told you before about the horror stories we were told about veterans whose family members, in quotes, were taking care of the veteran and at the same time taking all their money. And I don't need my father's money. I'm very fortunate that I don't need my father's money. I have a job, plus I have pay from the VA myself, and I have a good savings and retirement, and I don't have to worry about my father's money. It's not to my benefit, it's to his, and that's what I try to do. Anyway, wow, is school back in? Because it doesn't look like there's many people there. Y'all need teachers? All right, I'm rambling now. I'm talking to the empty parking lot. See ya.